Okay. All right, let's get down to business. Uh, brown skin. Alpha. All right. No, I don't see. Mm. No, admin has multiple thing now. No, admin is calling terminal. Admin is calling different APIs. So you can check for it and add your own. Mm-hmm. I'm like like just whatever endpoint it gives to you, right? Plug it in to where you have your staging API. For which one? On admin now, admin is calling AutoMS, right? That same admin is still calling PBB. That same admin is still calling terminal. So there are multiple base URLs for each of those APIs. Are, are they live on YouTube right now? Yeah, bye. Okay. All right. So far so good. Basically, what I've been able to achieve in this project is basic setup for the project. Starting with the starts with the models, right? They will make it up from there. So we're building a loan application app, loan application API, and it's gonna consist of the full end to end for a basic loan application. So for the user, we're taking the first name, middle name, last name, getting the BVN, we're getting the address, we're getting city, state, zip code, country, date of birth. Then we're collecting a collection of bank details. So we're yet to go to this bank details side of things. Give me a second. Yeah, we had to go to the bank details side of things. So we'll be collecting the bank details from the Mono API. Bank details from the Mono API. Then, yeah, of course, we have loan applications. So let's move over to the loan applications. Let's move over to the loan applications. For a loan application, that means a user, either through admin or through the front end, has applied for a loan, and that loan needs to go through several approval stage, confirmation of documents, and the rest. So when a loan application has the user ID, so of course the basic entity here, just to be on the to give clarity, holds the ID, created that, updated that, deleted that. Then the no ID business entity is for one-to-one relationships, so that can be taken care of. Yeah, so the loan application has a user ID, loan product ID. We'll get back to that. Then a loan, if it has been approved. So yeah, it's a one-to-one relationship with loan. Because only one application can lead to a loan. Then the amount, tenure in months, application status, no application status. So we have multiple levels of approvals. So if we go to the loan approval application status, we have pending level 1, pending level 2, pending level 3, approved or rejected. Once it has been approved, a loan is created, and a loan with multiple payment schedule. All right, moving on, loan application reports. So this is more of like a way in which communication can be done within the multiple reviewers of the loan, in which say, oh, probably asking for further details from the applicant, or passing information on how a probably rejection details, or just stages of the loan, or explanations, whatever, just communication channel. That's why I have this report here. If you dig into the loan reports, we have application ID reported by ID, reported by, and also the report wrapper, which is a string. The front end will probably use a markdown, or what you see is what you get kind of editor. Then moving on, approval levels, level 1. Of course, what comes in. All right, so approval level 1, approval level 2. We want to know who the app user is. We want to know the time in which the approval was done. We want to know the comments for that approval. Then approval level 2, basically the same thing. Approval level 3, then rejection reasons. Who rejected the application? Then if application has been created and all, and a loan offer is being sent out, we are holding that here. And this documents is for collecting of documents for the loan application. So there are various document types. We have the proof of address, proof of identity, proof of employment, business certificates, proof of business address, bank account statements, and credit reports. Mind you, to give a little bit of clarity, towards why we have this, we have to go back to the loan type. Yep, loan products. Our loan products basically is configurable by the admin to set different loan products. So you can choose to have a payday loan, or you can choose to have a business loan, or you can choose to have a salary loan, whatever, what have you. I tried my best to make it configurable to a great extent by providing a name, description, interest rates per month, maximum tenor a month, minimum tenor a month, maximum loan amount, minimum loan amount, um, loan deduction type. So deduction type, we have the various strategies in which the loan can be deducted at, the reducing balance, even total payment. I think we should also have fixed amounts, in which at the end of the period just one payment. That would be ideal. Moving on back to the loan products. So yeah, then the management fee type. Management fee type. Oh yeah, okay. The management fee is gonna be a fixed amount or a percentage amount. Then management fee amounts proper. Then loan production. So if it's percent, that means it's gonna be like 8%, or if it's fixed 20,000, what have you. Then loan product type. Um, we have, if it's personal or business, state use and loan applications, loans that were approved, and loan documents. Loan application documents. Oh yeah, this question is basically documents that are required. Yeah, document type. Documents that are required for this particular loan. So if a user is applying for a new loan, the requirements will probably be just show, we'll be checking against this loan products requirements for that. Moving back to our loan application. So we know that's for the application. Now moving on to loan entity. We have the application ID, of course, which is the we're using the loan application ID as the private key for this entity because it's a one-to-one relationship. You're using the no ID based entity. Yeah, the user, the loan product ID, principal, yada 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 yada. Then that brings us to the schedule, payment schedule, which would consist of how much is to be paid at each interval. That's for that. Okay, without much wasting of time, I would like to move on to um, the reason why we're here, mono. So I have. Yeah, so I have a SDK, .NET SDK, but then I'm not sure if it covers every aspect I need, because number one, I don't see the customers being created, customer side of things, and everything falls down on creating a customer. So individual customer, create an individual customer. That customer is what you use to do most of the things, most of whatever you want to do. Customer transactions, customers, yes, it has the ID to it, customer ID to it. Query params, period, page number, account number. Then also bank data, initiate, body params, of course, customer email. Customer ID if you're supplying. So it's best to just have a customer ID which you will use to supply and get things done. To link a bank account. But then I don't really know, do I need to link a bank account to get account statements? This is also represent the bank statement of the connected financial account. You can query 1 to 12 month bank statement, single column, parts params. account ID returned from token exchange. So we need the customer to connect to link, yeah, account linking. Passing the customer ID here, and the response, the 200 OK response is data mono URL. Oh yeah, okay. Once the user is redirected to confirm, I'm sure a webhook is being sent. Exchange token. Using endpoint to request an account ID that identifies the authenticated account after successful enrollment on the Mono Connect widget. I'm sure they also have webhooks somewhere. Miscellaneous, nope. Proof. The this customer, nope. Create the webhook events. Let's just go to the webhook events. This event is fired to notify when your user has connected his financial account successfully. Yeah, recommend to communicate to users when the event is received so as to notify them that the account is verified and ready to use. Yep, so account connected is being sent when the customer is verified. Fields for account connected webhook, the events, the data, artificial webhook. Unique identifier for the user's account which has the new updated transaction data. Customer identifier for the user which has new updated transaction data. Okay. So that's it. This is important. Then account update balance. This account update, the account update gets fired based on the following cases provided below. Account connected and account updated webhook event is sent shortly after user has successfully linked their account. The account connected webhook contains the account ID of the user. However, if using the connected SDK one, API call is made to the exchange token API to receive an account ID. If using the connect, okay. Then significance of these events is that financial account transaction data status will be known as blah blah blah. Another case where account updated webhook event gets fired is when real-time data is run successfully, which implies that all recent financial transaction data has been refreshed and updated. As soon as this event is received, you can go ahead and call our client API such as transaction statement, income. Okay. All right, so the flow is straightforward. Connection. So before we go ahead and start connecting, we need to set up what they call it, our HTTP client, because that SDK doesn't have what it is. Probably I will need to contribute to the open source project. Okay, so quick one. Let's fire up cursor to create an HTTP client service for mono.co. This service will be used to access Mono API via post get batch. While that gets fired up, another thing we want to do while it's being prepped, we want to get the response types from creating a customer. Okay. API reference with the customer, individual customer, because we're doing it individual for now. So the base URL for this is /customers. Okay, yeah, we basically need to do the request and the response. So first name, the type, email type first name, last name, address, phone number, identity type. Okay, identities, specific KYC identity fields such as type and number. Okay, if you display the identity type via BVN, no white space is allowed. Okay, all right, so just sample request was email type string. Okay, no sample request there. Okay. Yep, this guy is still working. So what's the services? See what he has pinned up so far. Implementation. HTTP Lite configuration, iLogger. So API key. This will come from config. Logger configuration. API keys. Mono secret key. Mono API is not configured. Okay. Base URL. Yeah, I think because they will stick at base URL to the .com because version 2, some endpoints come with version 2, while some endpoints go with version 1. I really don't know. Version 3 also. So we'll be keeping the base URL at .com. Let's copy that and set that up in our config. App settings config. Yep. Mono base URL. Yep, that's one. Okay, that's correct. Secret key. All right, I have a secret key saved somewhere. Test secret key. Okay. Keep all. Review next file. I'm on the service. Get async, post async, patch async, delete async, post async. Bool. Oh, okay. So this bool response is bool. So we'll be passing in type T is gonna be the response. Yeah, I'm assuming that T request the response. T request the response. Yep. Keep all of that. Move on to the next. Mono service, the implementation itself. Mono secret key, mono base URL gotten. Default request headers. Okay. Add, yep. That's get async type T. So I'm sure to return, yeah, that's been serialized to it. T response, then post async that returns a boolean. Patch async. All right, this is fine. Keep that. Move on to the next file. We're adding HTTP client. Yes. Yep. Keeping U2. Development. Okay. Let's sort that in there. Save that. On to the next file. The DTO mono account response. Institution. Account statement. Type of transaction. Making sense. Auth request, auth response. I'm not sure about those. Mono on link requests. Identity response, address, mono income response. Yeah, that's a head start. No, we don't need the documentation for that. Alrighty. Install this later. Let's build. Build pass and run. So yeah, no issues. Okay. Now that we have the mono service up and running, we can now start with the first point in which when a user registers, we want to create a mono customer first before moving ahead. So over to the DTO. Mono DTO, that's yes. Yeah. Okay. This is order coming through. Hello. Yeah, good evening. Oh, are you here? Okay, 31A. Okay, I'm coming out. Apologies, guys. I would have to step out to go get my order. Delivery guys out there. I'll be right back. Right. Sorry for that break. So we want to create a customer, first of all. Individual customer / customers. Okay. And the response from creating a customer is status message. Okay. So data. Okay, let's extend this guide to taking type T and data your P. No, not error. On no success response. Class mono success response of type C. Status state message data, not timestamp. And we want to have a class customer response. And it's going to be let's format your ID of string. Name, first name, last name, email, phone number, address, identification number, identification type, BVN. All right, so we need to have a JSON property, name, first name, last name. What's JSON property? customer response. Okay, hopefully we should be able to. We should be fine. So when the user signs up, we want to go to the service. On the services, it's gonna be tax delete. Yeah, let's ensure it's been injected. Okay, it's been injected. Private async. Async. Mono requires us to pass a body of identity, email type, first name, last name, address, phone number. Okay. Okay. Back to the DTO. Public last customer requests. First name, last name, email. First name, last name. Okay, no email. First name, last name, address. Phone string. Identity requests. Identity type and number. Okay. All right, that's it. We proceed into. It's not called identity. So now we have the requests. Let's use first name, last name, address. just need the string BVN. Okay, try to count it for. Type is BVN. Oh, type is individual. Okay, so response are wait. Okay. And the response comes through. Back to register. Okay. Okay, before we go ahead to create a sync, let's be sure. So that way we can have one customer ID. Guess so, yeah. That way we can add that to you. So before we go ahead and create the user, let's when the customer ID goes to Mr. DTO doesn't have the address at this point. We need your address. We need your phone too. So now put on the date of birth. Texting. BVN, first name, last name, address, phone, email. Okay. What's your field response? Customer rejects similar credentials, email, role names applied. Okay. Well, this doesn't make sense, but then it will do for now. We just want to make manual work. Okay. Create a sync. That's our first step. So we need to do some migrations. Mono customer. use update .NET EF. Okay. So if we're able to link this customer, I guess we'll have achieved a great deal. So .NET build. Let's run. Okay, if we refresh you and we attempt to register, fingers crossed. Mono at gmail.com. Password. No reply at first name. Last name. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1. Let's test if this works. Phone 2 3 5 8 4 6 3 0. Let's execute. What do we get in return? Alright, internet server error. Okay, node name or no server name provided or not. No. Okay. Next. My battery is low for the camera, so I guess I'm having a splitting headache at this point in time. I guess we'll end this stream right now. Thanks for watching. I know it's something else. Have a good day. Cheers.